Okay, I'm gonna start my webinar, so I'll be out in an hour, okay? All right. Hey, welcome everybody. I'm Greg Ryder, and I will be your MC tonight, the Master of Ceremonies. Something new that we're testing out for our live streams. I want to say welcome, thank you. Let me know that you can hear me okay by commenting in the box where you're calling in from, what city, what state, what country, where you're calling in from, that you can hear me okay. And we're going to get started here in just a minute or two. I like to start on time, and we want to get everything going any minute now. So I want to say thank you very much. Again, I see everyone's joining on. We got people popping on. Go ahead, pop in that chat box where you're calling in from, where you're listening from. Let me know that you can hear me okay. And I want to know that we are live. Is the mic working? Is the mic working? So, okay, cool. It is about 1 minute before 5 o'clock. We're going to get started any second now. I want to say thank you guys. I see Jeremy's coming in from Maui. All right. Thank you, Jeremy, for popping in like that. And Maui's one of my favorite places. I just love Maui. And look, then we got Barry's coming in from former United States. What's that mean? Where are you at now, Barry? Okay, that's cool. And I see Deidre's coming in. Hey, Deidre, nice to see you. There we go. And I see Lori's coming in from Long Island. All right, we got East Coast, West Coast. We got all over the place. I want to say thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's going to be very, very exciting. And they're still coming on, and they're still joining. And look at this. We got Randall from Arizona. Thank you for joining us, Randall. We appreciate you and your time. And okay, so I am officially going to start because we said 5 o'clock. I want to get things done at 5 o'clock. So here's what's going to happen. I am going to be your master of ceremonies. Tonight, you're going to be exposed to something that's new. It's futurist. I think that might be a new word that we have here. It's futurist. It's life-changing, and it can change your life. It can change my life, and it's going to be good for the world. So you guys are in the right place. So I'm really glad you're here, and I want to do a couple things. First thing is a little house cleaning. We value your time. We know that your time is the most valuable thing that you have, and we value your time. So our goal is to really get you some great information, inspire you, motivate you, and help you with what's going on over there, right? In this world of the future. So this is what we call the Futurist Briefing. And I'm going to go ahead and dive into a little PowerPoint presentation I have, and we're going to go from there. Okay, so a few slides I have. This is the introduction to Terralux, the Futurist Network, and the tools and the members that we receive. Before we get started, while we're waiting a few more people to jump on, which I see we got, look at that. We got Abdul from outside New York City. We've got Donna from, how do you say that? Potomac? Potomac, yeah. And then we got Florida. So everyone's still popping on. I'm going to say to you, but here's what we're going to do. Before we start, quick quiz. True or false? I want you to put a true or a false in the chat for each one of these, right? And your answers matter. They really set everything up we're going to cover today. And just a few of them. So ready? Here we go. True or false? Your home has nothing to do with how long you live. True or false? How would you answer that? Your home has nothing to do with how long you live. And we know we're in the age of longevity. We know that everyone's talking about longevity. We know it's one of the coolest, hottest topics there is in the world. True or false? Okay, I see. Look at this. Here we got false, false. Okay, we got a lot of falses coming in. Okay, so you guys are a little bit smarter than most. I love that. Okay, cool. You're right. Okay, I'm doing something. So wellness real estate is now a $254 billion market in the US alone. It's growing over 23% a year. Where you live is one of the biggest levers of your health that nobody talks about. Okay, next one. True or false? Biohacking only works if you have unlimited time and money. Okay, now some of the biohacking stuff can be very expensive, but true or false? Biohacking only works if you have unlimited time or money. Go ahead, put your answer in there. I see false, false, true, false. Let's see some more. Come on, false, false. Okay, false. The extreme full-time job version gets the headlines, but there is attainable human version most people have never been shown. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about. True or false? Loneliness is a personal problem, not a systemic one. That's a good one. Loneliness is a personal problem, not a systemic one. Okay? False. It's one of the biggest predictors of how people are experiencing every part of modern day life right now. And community is the most overlooked cure. And I promise you, we're going to be talking about community tonight, okay? True or false? Okay, no, I got my cards on the table. So imagine I have some cards. I put my cards on the table. Like, I want you guys to know what's going on. So we have two agendas tonight. Two agendas. Our first one is to give you the best, most complete picture of where the future is heading. And we're going to show you things we believe you've never seen before for free. We're going to do that for you. And we're going to paint this picture for you of how, as a futurist, you can help build the future with us today, not in the future today, right? That's one, number one. Our second is to invite you to join us in our ventures. And if we don't deliver on the first promise, please don't consider the second. But if we do deliver on the first promise, can you promise us that you'll consider joining us in our venture forward? Is that a deal? Type in deal if that's a deal. Type in yes or deal. I want to know that you guys are with me, and that's a deal. We want to provide you with where we're going, what we're doing, how you can be with us. And as I like to say, here's another thing I like to say. By the end of this, we are going to make you an offer to join us. So if you're thinking we're not going to make an offer to you, then you're in the wrong place. You're right. We're going to make an offer to you. But I promise you, it's going to be great for you. It's going to be great for us. And it's going to be great for the world. So if that's okay with you, we'll get started, okay? So that's kind of what's happening here. Appreciate it. I see that. I see the deals coming in. Deal, deal, deal. I want more. Deal. Okay, so I love it. I love it. Thank you guys for all the interaction. It makes things much funner for us. So I'm going to play a quick video, and then we're going to get started. I'm going to introduce to you the CEO and founder of Terralux and the Futurist Network. So hold on. Here we go.
What if you could design the real world like a game? This is the real-life Sim City. Upload your project, instantly place it on the global map, design your space by clicking and dragging from hundreds of real-world products, create content, tell your story, build your presence, raise capital through integrated crowdfunding. Whether you're building a healing home, a retreat center, a community, or an event, start building.
All right. So I got to tell you, you're in for a treat tonight because I got pulled into this venture on a cruise ship, and I met this gentleman named Mayan. And Mayan is a remarkable individual that has a vision that is so encompassing of mankind all over the globe, of what he wants to do and how he wants to build this community and bring this movement together to really help people build healing homes and deal with longevity and introduce you and me to things that we've never seen before that can help us with longevity and our family and our communications and our technology and companies that have a new product to bring to market And it's just a remarkable, remarkable vision. So without any further ado, let's bring Mayan Metzler to the stage. What's going on, Mayan? All the way from the
Good
Dominican
evening, Greg.
Republic.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction.
So tell everybody where you're sitting right now, and then you can get your slide deck up and we can get going from there.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting to you from beautiful Dominican Republic. That's one of the great assets of the Futurist Network. We have it right here. You're all very welcome to join us. Only 2 hours flight from Miami, 3 hours flight from New York. You can wake up in the morning, one of those towns, and be here in the afternoon. Very excited about this webinar, the Futurist Network. First of all, welcome to the future. That is our biggest insight, which is that we are living in the future. It's not a future event. We already stepped into the future. And that's really what this thing is all about. We're mission-based, and we realize that there's so many amazing people, amazing projects all over the world. Everything is very fragmented, very encapsulated. So our whole idea is to bring everyone together and share all the great resources and all the great futuristic things that exist. And with that, I'm going to start this short little introduction. So one of the things as far as building the future, literally building, if you're going to Google or ChatGPT futuristic buildings, you're going to see what's called sacred geometry and a lot of domes. So there are all kinds of domes. It's a big trend. It's been going on for many decades. And we are very blessed and very fortunate to have found this specific technology, which we have. We're the exclusive US partner of this manufacturer. It's actually made in Ukraine. And if you know about sacred geometry, you can see the pattern here. It's called the flower of life. And it's a very big thing for us because part of the future is how we all live healthy. And as you probably all know, this wellness trend and being healthy is the biggest trend in the world right now. And our big insight, that's what we call a healing home, is that the homes, the spaces, work or live, where we're spending 90% of our time or more, can heal us, or the other way around. And we have all these amazing tools that can keep us healthy. There are prophecies about it, that there will be a time one day where we can use all these technologies to be healthy, and that time has come. That's why we're living in the future. This, of course, is AI, but I can show you a photo of the actual dome in Ukraine. Soon you can see it. You can visit our property in New York. We're going to have the first dome coming very, very soon. And it looks just like it, made of stainless steel. You can combine it so you can make these high-end residences. And sorry about that, just reading a message here. So you're saying that my image is frozen, right? Greg, can you comment on that? Is it okay?
No, it's okay. Just a few people had their screen frozen, but they refreshed their screen and they're doing good. I'll let you know.
Is it all right? Okay, so maybe it was.
Yeah, no, you go back. You're fine. You go back where you were. You're perfect.
Okay. So we have all these space domes, and these are going to be kits that are available. So it could be a longevity biohacking dome, it could be a creator broadcasting dome, or it could be just an Airbnb residential dome, and it's available to everyone. That, to me, is the number one biggest benefit of being a futurist. The $499 lifetime futurist, you can use it as a credit towards anything, as well as reserving a space dome. And it's a huge thing because there's such an overwhelming demand, and our whole idea, being the exclusive US partner of this dome manufacturer, is to make it available to the futurists first. As I was saying, we're living in the future. From a practical standpoint, you can see it because of AI, because of all these technologies. We're really very blessed to be alive at this time. And as you know, technology is changing daily, making our lives so much better. And Also, robotics coming up. As you know, this is a big change. This is our property. These are actually real photos, not AI, sitting around the table in what we call Big Hollow Green, our property in the Catskills. And in this world that we're so connected with our devices, it's so important to actually come together in person. And that's what we're doing on these properties. They're open, they're available. We have another gathering on Saturday. Similar situation here. We just had an accelerator this last week, and part of these webinars, part of becoming a futurist is we want to feature you. We want to learn everything about you. We realize that each one of us has our own unique piece of the puzzle, our own superpower. And one of the speakers tonight is going to be Natanya. She's going to share her experience about joining that accelerator. She has an amazing venture. This is the most exciting part, in my opinion, and actually the best part, because as soon as you join, you get access to the Futurist Toolkit. A couple of terms that we use, that I use as a futurist. One is the downloads, and the second are the miracles. So what I mean by downloads is, we all have ideas, we have visions, and we always refer to them as downloads. So this was a big download that we had actually walking on the property here in Dominican Republic about technology. And the download was that we can change the world by bridging the gap between the physical and the digital world using technology. And now we developed it, and it's a beautiful thing. And the next speaker, Khalil, our CTO, is going to showcase it. 4 different pillars of the Terralex network, and this is what the futurists are about, as I was saying. The healing home, so all kinds of amazing devices, amazing technologies that you can feature in your home. When you start the healing journey, the first thing that you realize is that it's all about what you eat. So if you're like me, where you're eating mainly fruits and vegetables and feeding your kids platters and salads, you're going to quickly discover that a lot of the fruits, especially the berries, when you buy them, a lot of times they're rotten, which is a good thing. It means they don't have that many chemicals. But this is one device that we highly recommend to all the futurists. It's inexpensive. It's a few $100. It's a patented suction system that takes out the air and allows you to elongate the lifetime of your fruits and vegetables by 5. And this is the heart of the kitchen. It makes the kitchen very smart because it's connected to Alexa. It weighs it. You can put it on the scale. It tells you, I have half a pound of strawberries, and then you use it again, and it tells you you have a quarter pound. So wherever you are in the world, there's an app that could tell you what you have in the fridge. And the next steps of it are you can connect it to your measurements, your biohacking, your allergies. It can help you make meal plans. So this is like a very big deal. 3rd pillar is, of course, our properties. And the 4th is the technologies. Again, real photos on the left, AI image of the space domes. This would be a super high-end residence, all connected. That's one of the big features where you can connect these domes. The one in the middle is a farm, Big Hollow Green. Hope to see you all there, very accessible, couple hours drive from New York City. And the one on the left is Dominican Republic. This is our romantic tub area, really very download heavy, energetical vortex here. Some more photos of the different properties. The 2 photos on the right are Dominican Republic, events, retreats, accelerators, all dedicated to the futurists. Again, homes are designed around health, longevity, creativity, recovery, and connection. That's the heart, the principle of the healing home. And the space dome technology, again, I know I keep referring to it, and you can see it here in the background. That is such proprietary technology because, as I was saying before, the healing home is all about sacred geometry. It's all about the domes, but this is the ultimate dome. And because you can connect them, you can use it for any kind of use. And the kits are going to include all kinds of devices, like different frequency devices, which are part of what I was referring to earlier, that prophecy that in the future, we will have technologies that keep us healthy. So we are there. We have these technologies. And that's the advantage of being a futurist, because you get first access to all these technologies and products, services, first for the futurists. This is, the Future Fest is going to be a year from now in August of 27. And basically it's like what used to be the World Fair back in the 1800s, where there were different gatherings around the world where they were featuring different places. That's when the Eiffel Tower in Paris was featured, and different things also around Hudson Valley. So the Future Fest is going to be in the Catskills in Big Hollow Green. We may have a smaller gathering in Dominican Republic, but it's a very boutique festival, only 1,500 people. The way it's going with the number of futurists that are joining, it's going to be only futurists. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Khalil, and you're gonna
Nice. Nice, thank you, Mayan.
Good evening.
That's a great intro. And while you were doing that, I'm kind of like a last minute person, so I really just went and want to make sure I'm sharing my screen here. But I went and pulled up the Space Dome just because for me, I spent so much time trying to figure out the reflection of it, and for a while I was like, wow, are we going to take a client that I can't figure out how to render that luminous look? So this is just the concept. This is one of our digital twins, and that's being shown. This is where the Future Fest is going to be held, and you're seeing a Space Dome in front of you. Beautiful thing about this is that you're seeing an actual studio that we pieced together. That is really what we're doing here is a lot about the media. So we have a podcast studio. It's kind of a package deal with the Space Domes where you want to be thinking of like return on investment, ROI based investment, where you would have a Space Dome. You may not have it for glamping, but you might want to do a podcast from it. So it's a great way to expand your space. And I really like it because it shows off the concept of what the Futurist Toolkit is all about, is really just like showing your vision in its wholeheartedness with actual models and real concepts. And it's all about the futurist designs, because I think we're in an incredible space. So I don't want to drag too much onto that part, but I want to go into the map, right? Because a big part of it is the social aspect of this, is how are we going to get everybody together and working together with the resources. So I want to show you guys the actual map. So here we are. If you go to this, on this map, you're going to see, you really have the whole entire world here. And you have some of our content. A lot of you'll see here in upstate New York where we are. We have our little demo. But the cool thing is that it's just like a normal map. You can get all of your neighborhoods, your streets. But as you get closer, you start to get more detail. And you get closer and closer. Now you're actually in the digital twin. So it's one system to connect the entire community and to start putting your vision on the land, whether it's a place that you're growing your business or whether it's a special landmark having to do with your business. The Futurist Toolkit is going to capture that. And what we think is the more that you can visualize what you're doing, then, the more apt that you might actually be able to manifest it. And so, yeah, I would just love to segue that to just saying that once you have your concept on the Futurist Toolkit, you are able to start working with our larger community, which is what we're here for, right, Greg? It's all about
it's awesome, and you guys didn't know that there's a whole technology play included with the member and the membership, so in the community. So can you share your screen and show just a little bit? It's deep, everybody. I mean, it's deep. This when he says this is my chief technology officer, I think that's an understatement. But yeah, go ahead and show them a little bit about how deep this back end is for the technology that we all have access to, that we can use. That's only going to get better and better and better and better.
I had a specific question.
Sure.
What you were showing before with those domes on the land upstate. So basically, you can click and drag a dome onto your land. So if you are planning an event or you have a property, this is like kind of like a Sim City, but of the real thing. I mean, obviously we have the space zones because we have the space zones, but there are different objects that you can drag onto the land, so you can use this for planning, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a huge model repository. Some of them have bigger places on the website, like Space Dome has a full landing page. But as you actually go in to the network and you start to build, you'll start to notice that we have a really amazing library ready to go. And a lot of these are our vendor partners. So we've also placed all these different types of buildings from around the world. There's a lot in here, but yeah, absolutely. This is a whole idea of SimCity. I actually, just before we started this, I was like, being like, we had another vendor's structure on here. Let's see if it swaps itself out. No, it doesn't swap itself out, but I can go into my layers. I can turn the space dome off here. That's gone. And you'll see underneath it, we have another structure. So we have a whole catalog. We have 1,900 models of all sorts of actual modular constructions. We have them linked to their vendor websites. So these are rich, robust 3D models that actually bridge our vendor partners, their affiliate links and everything like that.
So would you say that you can use this and then you may not even need an architect initially if you're planning your project or your event?
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing about it. You know, architectural visualization can really be an expensive thing. And with the Futurist Toolkit, you're getting the same type of architectural visualization with the fraction of the cost. And also you can figure it out. There's tutorials on here, but anybody who knows anything about just like building in 3D can figure it out. You can grab arrows, moving things up, sizing things. It's very intuitive. And you don't have to start from scratch. We've already thought for years of all these cool things you can put on your land that you could actually buy and make money with.
And the one thing I want to bring up is we talked about this going, it looks so cool, but I'm never going to do it. Can I hire you guys to do it for me? And I know the answer to that question is yes, we do have some packages. We're going to be able to do that. But go back. I want you to show the toolkit and the page and the membership area when people log in and when they come on board, everything they have access to, because it's a whole community-driven platform.
Yeah, so I'll go right into the Futurist Toolkit because it's kind of the more brain side of the thing. Am I sharing?
Wait, I think you quit sharing your screen.
Yeah, let me just turn it back on here.
I think Greg was saying that we're ahead of schedule. So while you're doing that, okay, you got it. I'll go back.
So the Futurist Toolkit is where a lot of this happens. A lot of this is really the brain and the context. So we have a couple things. Obviously, you have these tools. Now, a lot of what we're doing we're talking about three things here: design, build, and fund. So we've really breaking everything, all these tools to help you design, help you build, and fund. And there are a lot of the agentic tools that all companies are using, things like generating maps, things like generating 3D models, things like generating audio for your videos, creating images. And this is going to actually remind you of the context of your project and help you build the assets that you can tell your story with. So there's maps, yes, but there's the story behind it that supports it all. And, you know, those tools are just use them per diem. There's a couple of guided modes that we'll recommend. Hey, you should try the story reel tool, make some reels and schedule them for your brand. But then we also have the community fields. Like you're saying, once you get in as a futurist, you're going to be able to see the feed, what other people are doing. You're going to be on the global map. You're going to be able to do live talks on there. There's direct messaging. There's a directory on there. A lot, even events, you can schedule events. We're doing all of our events, the Futurist events, through the Futurist Network. It has a ticketing system, a scheduling system, and everything. So there's a lot here to support your business. And on top of it, you can even create yourself a counsel guide, Fund Ready Counsel. I can begin a guided chat. Now you'll see I have a capital partner, a financial partner, a story brand, a legal, and Buckminster Fuller all in the room, so I can chat with them and start discussing my project. So this is a really big part of the Futurist Toolkit. And these will change. We're gaining different partners that have different disciplines that will help us, really create the best guides for our project, build our business plan out, and ultimately success that we're going to be doing here for the Futurist.
Yeah, and so for me, being involved, when I finally got to look at this and see all the work that's been put into it, and a guy that likes to kind of geek out on some of this AI technology and leverage it and use it for my business, that's the goals. We want to arm you and give you various tools and technology and a community that can help you build the tools in the future, build the future together. right? So super exciting about that. So it blew me away how deep it is. And it wasn't like you just started this yesterday, right? How long have you been working on this?
So this project has been going for 4 years nonstop, full stack development. There's been many different developers, many masters, and it really started from mine and I coming together with his download, with my technical ability, and we haven't stopped. I mean, I don't call this even work because I'm never not doing it. We're just always iterating and we're listening. It's really about this network we're growing, and the software is not really us. It's all of us. We are making it together. And I really think that's what the future holds, is like, we're going to have much more complex systems to help us truly succeed with more complex economic communities. And that's what I'm really looking forward to with the Futurist Network in general, that we would be the leaders in this kind of mentality.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you for that. We appreciate it. We're going to move on to our next guest, a futurist. And Mayan, you want to make the introduction? Boom. Who's next?
Yeah, please. I think that's going to be our lovely and beautiful Netanya. And Netanya is also a huge visionary, carrying big download and big mission of helping the world. And she is invented something. It's called the True You. So we had the good fortune of sharing the room with her and hearing about all of her insights and all of her amazing vision. So we wanted to hear from you how it was to be an accelerator, but more importantly, more about what is True You and what it's all about.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I hope I can contribute to this conversation after what you just showed, Mayan, Khalil, and team. I just got a shout out. Look at that. So, unexpectedly, we were thrust we went to the future from the past and became sort of an accelerated, which is a truncated version of a system that I've been in several incubators and accelerators before. And I want to say that it was an amazing experience. I have a long form raw video they may or may not release with all of the side comments, but everything I said was true, such that even if you've been a founder or creator in the past of technology, of systems, of products, there's something about the intersection of the sort of 3D modeling and everything AI. And I'm a tech person, so I say that with a little wink and a nod to say, but doing it in the middle of a 200-acre or several 100-year-old farm. Being able to take a break and take a walk and sort of look around you and just have nature all there. It's, I'm behavioral science background, so that interdependent layer that Mayan was talking about, what we eat, where we live, and who we're around, it is part of what this is all for. And I think at the onset, some people could be really attracted by the shiny objects. Yes, this is incredible what you can do. They're essentially giving you sim world in the 3D, 4D, 5D landscape. But in addition, the place I focus is the people and how we feel within ourselves. There was a comment in the very beginning about loneliness, or question, excuse me. And that's something that I've actively worked on with some of the, big name founder people of the world, as well as people who have not a lot and may or may not be the first group to adopt some of these things all over the world. Formerly incarcerated people, first responders, everyday humans living their lives. And how do we all feel some sense of connection to everyone around us? And that when we do that, everything just runs a little more smoothly. And some of that starts with the way we treat and see ourselves and the people that are around us. So the things that we are looking to incubate within and in partnership here have to do with that, but in a cool way. That's why we come to Khalil, right? We want to make it fun. We want to make it exciting. We want people to feel like they're having some play back in their lives. Doesn't mean we don't have a lot of work to do. And so that's what we're trying to kind of explore together right now. And I have a background coming from a lot of Eastern traditions, working with the Chopra Foundation and some other organizations like that, but also from Western science and the pharmaceutical industry formerly, such that we're looking at things that we can measure and say, not just do we feel better, but how can we tell that this is actually affecting our health? And so looking at that in very different environments, this just absolutely speaks to us, and we're really excited to explore where it can go.
So my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, and this is why I'm so excited about this thing for the futurists, is that you have a way to help people discover what their superpower is, what their challenges are, and kind of analyze how they bring in their unique the puzzle to this network.
Sure. If you'd like, I'm sure I can talk about it. I didn't want to seem promotional in any way, but I'm kind of excited about it because it's something we nested in large scale with young people and people of all ages, right? And it was the same mechanism, was a surprise, such that a lot of people don't know about that superpower within themselves. They have a story that they're telling themselves, or maybe they feel like they're really, really skilled in an area, but there are other areas of themselves that they're either ashamed of or struggling with, or don't maybe have the confidence to see it. Khalil had said something about when you can visualize, when you can map your future world, you can kind of manifest it or bring it or quantum bridge it or whatever lexicon you feel comfortable with to say. So whether I always joke and say, do you want the science way or the woo-woo way? But either way works. And possibility development in psychology is what we call it, right? When you can believe that that future state that doesn't yet exist now is real or could be real, you're more likely to go towards it. And so we focus on the future state of you, unlocking your inner superhero. And, we've been doing it a while, and we're just really excited to bring it to the futurists because it's really expansive. It affects people within their interpersonal relationships as well. And, if there are some groups that may or may not have communal living for a week or longer time, it just kind of helps balance everyone's, almost like in the military, we talk about a V formation where you balance one another out and you're very aware of your areas that might not be as strong as someone else's, and you see them all as things that click together so that ultimately everyone amplifies and the whole group wins.
Thank you so much, Natanya. I think that was Greg's side.
That is very cool.
And we haven't figured out if we're going to have custom capes or any of that stuff, but I'll leave that to Khalil with the merchandising. But they'll be organic and they'll be regenerative and they'll be made of mushrooms.
That was awesome. Thank you very much for that. All right. So we're ready for our next guest. Do you want to make the introduction for our next guest, Mayan?
Yeah, please. And another amazing futurist, another futurist term that I was referring to are the miracles. And the miracles are just the people that we meet, and it's accelerating daily. This guy, he's just so blessed. He's such a visionary, and he basically developed, in the world of AI, we make AI videos. So he basically has the ultimate tool for making AI videos to a level that now they're making full feature films in AI. And actually, he's so busy. Everybody wants him in Hollywood. So we're very, very fortunate that he's giving us a few minutes. He's going to present his invention, Paralight. Lee, thank you so much. Great to have you here. Hey, brother.
Hi, everyone. I apologize. I'm in LA right now, headed home, and so I'm in my car. But I would love to share. How do I share my screen? Let me see if I can. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, of course.
Is it? Let's see. It's down here at the bottom. Okay.
I'm not 100% sure how to do it from your phone, but if there is a way to do it, I'll see it pop up and I'll add it to the studio here.
So I just clicked here, share screen, and then here it's coming.
There it is.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah,
I believe that's your screen. Yep.
Well, thank you, everybody. What we built is something called Paralight. Paralight is a tool that harnesses the power of AI and allows you to actually make movies and television shows. And so here you can see television shows and movies really start with story. And so what we did is we created an actual screenwriting software. And in this software, you can write a screenplay, you can upload your script, you can have it help you create your story, your characters. It'll analyze everything that you have. It will know your characters inside and out. Once it knows your characters, then it can help you with dialogue. So you can say, okay, I'm going to have this guy speak with her. You can literally record your voice and say, hey, I want this conversation to be funny and charming, and she says something witty, and and it'll do it for you, and it's surprisingly powerful and good. Then it can help you with sequences. It can, if you have like fight scenes and things like that, it'll help you write those. But what we've put together is also, if you want to start and you want to just create it and you only have an idea, say you're not a great writer, but you have a really good idea. You can come in here, you click this, and you say, okay, I want a 30-minute film or a 90-minute film or 2 hours, or it's a TV show that's 30 minutes. You just click whatever you want here. And what you do, you can literally put one sentence or a paragraph, or you could even upload a whole novel. And what it will do is it will create that screenplay, and it'll work for about 15 minutes. It'll do like 450 AI calls on the back end. It'll generate characters. It'll have their arcs, their personalities. And at the end of that 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to have a screenplay that's of the quality that you have paid a $2 million writer in Hollywood. And they spent 6 months writing the script. And you'll have that in about 10 or 15 minutes. Then once you have your script, you can come in here and, most, I don't know if many of you know, what is the percentage of screenplays written to the number that actually get produced? It may be surprising. The number is 0.03%. So of the millions that are written worldwide, only 0.03% get made. So 99.97% of the people that write screenplays will never see it made into a movie until now. And what our software does is it harnesses the greatest video visual tools that AI has made. And it allows you to come in and you literally can bring in your project and upload a script or tell a story, or you can even record your voice. And what it will do is it will actually come in and break it down. So let me just, I've got like 30 in here that we're building, but let me show you just one of them. So when you come in and you upload your script, here you can see there's a PDF right there. I uploaded this is just a screenplay that I'd written. Actually, I'd written this one without AI. I'd written this one earlier. But you click breakdown, and what it does is it breaks it down, and you get the characters that are in the story, the props, like, is there a car that has to be the same every time, or a sword, or something in the story that has to be the same all the time. And then it tells everything, your premise, your theme, your story, your setting, everything. And then as you go through, you can build out your movie, and it knows your characters inside and out. It knows all of them. And then you come in, you open up your scenes, and then you just build your movie. So you open up each scene. It's like the greatest cinematographer in the world. And it helps you with like editing bays. So you don't need Adobe Premiere or any of those anymore. But then you just build the shots. And so what it does is it'll come in and say, okay, according to that story, here's a setting. You open this generator. It'll help you generate a setting. You just generate them until you love it. Then you come in and it says, okay, this character's in it. So you put that character in the setting. Then you come in and you literally just make the shot. And so this is, in this movie, I put myself at 28. I'm 55, but this is me at 28, and it's me doing art. Watch. And it looks like I set the film, right? I set it all up, but we didn't use a camera. We did it all 100% with AI. Then once you've finished your shot, you go in and you can make your whole entire movie. You can come in here. It has a tool to make the opening credits, and then a tool to make the ending credits. And at the very end of it, you just come down to the bottom and you say, once you've built every scene, you render final movie, and you have a movie. And then on top of that, you can then go and launch it on our streaming service that we put together, which is called Paralight Plus. And here you can launch it on here and then get exposure and hopefully make money off of your movie as well. But then you can also, if your movie, if you can get it into theaters, you can do that as well. But our tool gives that freedom for people to make movies.
Wow.
So.
That's pretty impressive. I had no idea. So I never thought of myself as a movie producer or script writer, but now I can be a movie producer and a script writer in the future today. That's
And
what
Greg,
you're telling me,
you
right?
can compete head to head with Hollywood. You can make movies every bit as good as Avatar, Avengers. You can make a romantic comedy. You could make a 3D animation film like Pixar. You can do all of it. And you can do it right now today.
Well, you and I haven't met, but this is good. This is the intro to Greg Ryder. I want to use it to create marketing tools, marketing videos, because that's my core competency. It's what I love is marketing. I'm like, dude, we got to create a futurist video. Movie. This is incredible. And little
And Greg,
commercials
you
and
can,
stuff.
and if you want to make it vertical, you can make it vertical to fit on the phone. You can do it cinematic. You can do TikTok. You can do YouTube. You can do anything with Paralight.
Nice. Well, we're going to be racking up some credits there.
Thank you for proving my point that we're living in the future already. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we'll let you go. Thank you, Lee. And we'll bring on our next guest. I'm pretty excited about our next guest as well. And Mayan met him, introduced me to him. We've been working with him daily, but I'm going to go ahead and give Mayan the honor of introducing our next guest, who is healing people with vibration. So I'll give the introduction, Mayan.
Yeah, I'll just share my story of how I met Dr. Stephen Schwartz. And, you know, a lot of people, they're humble, and he's going to present to you what he does and what he invented and how it's healing. But what really touched me is when he was presenting, he played like a very basic testimonial shot from a video, nothing too fancy. And this lady opened up and she said, you know, I've been a hard alcoholic, chugging down a bottle of vodka for 18 years. And after 1 month on this vibe frequency bed, I healed myself. Easy. So with that, I introduce to you our great friend and brother, Dr. Stephen Schwartz. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mayan. Welcome, futurists. So I just want to share with you, I'm also in Los Angeles. Was the last gentleman that's presented Will or Lee?
Lee, yeah.
Lee. I am so excited to use your AI software. That looks incredible. There's lots of movies I'd love to put out. But we're here right now in Los Angeles, and I just got served some tea at this tea house that we have set up here. Here with my new friend here from where are you from?
New York.
New York. All the good ones are from
over here.
all the new ones are from Luke Cohen from New York. And we all find our way out west here to California. And I'm here at the Human Garage. They're debuting a new animation film, which would probably be perfect for you, Lee, to help them with that project. So just going to take a few minutes. But yeah, I'm the founder of a company called Bioharmonic Technologies, and we make nervous system regulation technology. And what I love about being part of this Futurist Network, is that the medicine of the future, you always hear this is like probably the biggest, it's the cliche now. You know, everybody says it. Oh, Nikola Tesla, think of the man's future is frequency and vibration. And Albert Einstein, the future of medicine is frequency and vibration. It's true. And really, when you look at the language of the body, if you look at the fundamental anatomy and physiology of our nervous system, 3 biological materials: microfilaments, microtubules, intermediate tubules. They do one thing. They respond to our environment through vibrational resonance. Therefore, if we use vibrational resonance, we can reprogram every single physiological effect. That idea, that's not an idea. That knowing, that scientific knowing that exists in every single medical textbook that ever existed, is what I've based my entire career, the last 26 years, doing. And we've created these delivery systems, because then it comes down to delivery. How do we access the nervous system beyond just listening to music through speakers or through headphones? But we've created these technologies known as the vibes, vibrational individualized body enhancement systems. And these systems are developed to receive specialized musical programs that we design called soniceuticals. And these soniceuticals work with specific mathematics that will vibrate the fascia. And the fascia surrounds every tissue system and cell of the body, and it's part of the brain. It's part of the brain, but also there's the brain, the spinal cord, the cranial nerves, peripheral nerves, the skin, the autonomic nervous system. All these things are all part of the nervous system, and the fascia is intimately connected to every single aspect, and what actually dictates the chemistry. So this is truly the medicine of the future. Mayan, I love that we share that connection with Shana, my patient, because it truly is an incredible story. And I'm not saying that it's a miracle. It's an incredible story, case study. Because I remember when I heard that, as incredible of a story it is, based off of my theories, it makes perfect sense that she would be able to have that healing, because she was able to go in and clear cellular memory. She was able to go in and short circuit emotional patterns. She was able to heal from root cause issues that are creating an addictive process. And also what we found with our research is not just does it clear cellular memory and does it change biochemistry, but it also optimizes mitochondria. How does it optimize mitochondria? We've shown that we're able to reduce oxidative stress by 25% in just 20 minutes. And when you reduce oxidative stress, you're able to increase the way that your cellular rejuvenation, we're accelerating the way our cells rejuvenate, increasing biological age. Also, we've shown that just after 20 minutes for 7 days, we've been able to increase oxygen consumption rates. So we're increasing the way that we're getting oxygen into the mitochondria. And it's just with sound and vibration. Specialized, targeted sound and vibration. So this is the foundation of what we're doing here with the vibes. And Mayan, I want to share with you, I have an exclusive for you right here from this show. Can you come on the camera? So I'm sitting here. I'm in this beautiful, I should show you a picture of where I am right now. I'm overlooking all of Los Angeles. We're like in top of the Hollywood Hills at this very exclusive mansion. And I meet Michael Beckwith. You know Michael Beckwith? He is the one of the world's leading spiritual leaders, leads the Agape Church here in Los Angeles. I know him. And I said, I got to get on a webinar. And he goes, what webinar are you getting on? I said, the Future Network. I was like, these guys were partnering with this. They're making domes. They're making healing homes. He goes, if I bring the land, will they build a home? I'm like, absolutely. He goes, sign me up for one. So we got ourselves Michael Beckwith as a new client.
Nice. Amazing. With a vibe bed.
Oh, dude, he's gonna have the vibe bed. He's gonna have the whole setup. So yeah, we're building this future network together, and the future's bright. So thank you guys for having me.
I love it. Take your camera and show us your view. And I think that's just fantastic news. And I think that's what's so cool about what Mayan's putting together. And same thing with Dr. Stephen Schwartz, Lee, and Natanya. Everyone's like-minded. Everyone's wanting to do something to make a difference and benefit people and have a world that's a better place. And this AI is coming whether we like it or not. And so let's use it to the advantage to make the world a better place. That's so cool, Dr. Stephen.
Let me give the tour. So first of all, here's this beautiful infinity pool. And this is, I'm standing on the edge of the earth here in Los Angeles.
Oops, hold on. What'd I do? Yeah, good old California. It looks beautiful from up there. There's actually some clouds in the sky today. Not a lot of pollution. That's awesome.
Yeah, in fact, we're here. They're about to shoot a reality TV show right here for Human Garage and Gary Lyham. We've been here all afternoon, and the who's who in the space is all right here right now. So I'm not going to take you into the party, but this is where we've been. And before we sign off, I just want to show you what we do have set up. Oh my God. But here's what we have. You guys want to vibe? Check it out. Hey, you want to say hi to our Futurist Network right here?
Hey.
This is our gracious host
Hi.
right here. And this is a global community of
Sorry,
future networks.
Somebody talking and gonna slip and hit the head.
So here's our vibe systems, the new Hyper Vibe and one of our custom vibes. And we're having some amazing experiences. Actually, here's Courtney just coming off the vibe right now. You want to share us?
Amazing. Hi.
This is a webinar. We're on the Futures Network.
Hi, Futurist Network.
What was your first vibe session like?
It was incredible. It was so beautiful. Yeah, like deeply grounding and nourishing. I loved it. I need one every day.
And there you go.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Steve. That's awesome. We'll let you go. Take care of business, and thank you very much for joining us. It's awesome. Thank you much.
Thank you, guys.
Wow. Pretty cool, huh? That's exciting stuff. I just love everything that's happening and what's going on here. So are we back to, I think we're back to, I'm gonna take over from right here just for a little bit. We're gonna open up for Q&A in about 5 minutes, everybody. So let me go back to my stage here. So you guys have got a little taste, just a little taste of what Mayan's putting together and his vision and some of the people that are part of the future and the Futurist Network. And everything you just saw is part of the ecosystem. That's what's happening. So you say, why become a member? You just saw why, right? So what members receive, what we're offering tonight is this special lifetime membership. You're a founding member of the Futurist Network. You're going to get access to the Futurist Toolkit that Kahil showed us and get inside and have access to all that technology. You're going to be involved with all the collaboration technology, the curated introductions, Futurist Accelerator, some monthly in-person gatherings you'll be invited to join and participate in. The Future Fest priority access and member experiences like the Future Fest 2027 and any other smaller gatherings might do. You're going to have a priority access to that. Future health, education, technologies. This is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. We've been doing some marketing. We have over 140 business owners that have something they want to contribute to this Futurist Network with their technology and their products and services. And it's only going to grow and expand to have the best in the world, right? Healing homes, space domes. You can stay and you can reserve them. You can think of Airbnb, and you can go stay in one of the domes on one of the properties, everything from the Catskills to New York to Dominican Republic. And as we continue, now it sounds like we're going to have one with Michael Beckwith, right? And he was really made famous. He's had his church for a long time, but he was made famous as one of the guys in The Secret way back when. Showcasing properties, get to stay at them. We're going to be doing events. It's amazing. Partner showcases. We're going to be showcasing our partners just like we did tonight, helping them get business, because we absolutely believe in the collaborative spirit of helping each other, help each other. Like, if we all, like Zig Ziglar said, help enough people get what they want, you're going to get what you want. So we want to make sure we're all doing that together. And it's a $499 membership fee, and you're going to get a credit towards any of these offerings. So really, it's like free. How many of you would join this Futurist Network for free? Because that's basically what Mayan's offering. And this isn't something we're going to be offering forever. There's going to be going back to this, like the slides of collaboration technology, intakes and matching and did I go back on the thing? There we go. I missed a couple slides. So it's a $499 one-time investment. You get access to Future Fest tickets, healing home stays, retreats, educational programs, Space Dome reservations, a one-time fee, and that $49 you get to use as a credit. There's everything you're doing. So we want you guys to run off and go to the Future. I'm going to give you the link right now. The Futurist Network /join. And that's going to allow you to get in. Now, this is a limited time offer. This will go fast. I'm going to put the link in here. And we're going to be promoting this. Is my mouse not working? What's going on? Hey, Ivy, I think you're on there. The futuristnetwork.com/join. For some reason, it's not working for me to put it in. It's a different offer. This is a different offer. This is a community. This is a movement we want you to be a part of. And so what happens next, the minute you join, Keel's going to get you access to the toolkit, and you're going to be invited in, and you're going to be on our email list. We're going to start having more and more of these events, more and more of these webinars, and we're going to grow this. And so this is going to be your network. And we really believe that your network is going to be directly correlated to your net worth and where you go, and the relationships are going to be the most important thing that you get out of this. We want to say that. I know I believe that. I know Mayan believes that it's really, really important that you understand that we want relationship capital. We are relationship capital. And this is going to be a relationship movement and community that's working on the future today and now. Okay. So you can join now at the futuristnetwork.com/join, and you can join us right now. And I'd like to have any comments and questions, and we're going to bring everybody up on the panel, and we'll all come on stage here. And any question you have, we could answer your questions. So I'm going to bring everybody up, and then we can answer questions for everyone who's still here. And just type your question in the chat and bring it up. So I want to ask the first question to Lee. Lee, when using your platform, does it integrate with like the nano bananas and the whatever the Higgs fields or whatever those other video programs are, and then we pay you credits to use it, and then it somehow you have it distributed to that network? Is that how it works?
So yeah, to a degree it does. Yeah, it taps into about 15 or 20 different AI programs. But we've also built our own video generators. So you can use, things like Kling or, VO3 or Cdance or any of these, the top video generators, but you can also use one called Paralight One. And so our system allows you to make choices, and each of them has their own, I don't know, there are little differences, like VO3, sometimes, it makes incredibly great video, but it does what it wants a little bit more than you do. Cdance has just come out with Cdance 2.5, which is mind-blowing. It can go up to 30 seconds. You can use an infinite number, 50 reference images and things like that. So what we've done is we've harnessed the power of all of those. We also have our own. If you use Paralight One, the cost is exponentially cheaper. But in the end, the bottom line is the tools themselves are getting better and better all the time as we go. And they're at such a high level that it almost doesn't matter which tool you use at the end to generate the video. But what ours does specifically very well is takes a story and breaks it down for you and helps you put it all together so that you don't have to, type every single prompt. You don't have to, it learns your characters so that when your characters are in there, they turn sideways or forward or back or flip around. They don't turn into another person. And so it's got really great systems to keep character consistency, to keep your props, to be the same all the way through, and literally to help you take you, beginning to end in the story. So the answer is yes, we have that, but it also has its own generator inside as well.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So does anyone have any other questions? I'm looking for questions in the comment box. Okay, here's one. Christine is asking, what is the approximate price of a dome? And that would be to you, I guess, Mayan.
Yeah, they're gonna start at just below 100K for 7 meter, which is about 400 square feet, and that's a permanent structure with the windows. So if you divide 100,000 by 400, it comes to like a very attractive price per square foot. What's that? About 250.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, $250 a square foot, which in today's construction world, it's very attractive because if you're going to build a home and you would ask your builder to build a dome, it's a very sophisticated, high-end structure. It's in these structures, again, the sacred geometry, the 7 meter dome takes 1,600 details. It's a kit, and it's very exponential. So 9 meter dome, which is 600 square feet, that requires 4,600 details. It's very, very sophisticated, very, very detailed. In one of, as they were building it, one of the metal pieces, the stainless steel, was off by 1.5 millimeters, which is just like a fraction of an inch, and it wasn't coming together. So the precision level has to be top level. So this is it's just great value because this is like 1,000 to 2,000 square foot per square foot value, and starting at 250 for the shell.
That's very cool. Very cool. It makes me think of those little tiny homes that people are putting in their backyards and stuff like that. So you could put one in your backyard and I could put my mom and my 93-year-old mom in the backyard and have her in the healing home. So see if I can get that longevity going. So that's cool. So here's another quick question. Is this meant to be residential communities? When we were talking earlier, this question goes way back to the beginning.
Yeah, good question. I know why people would make that association, but we're not really a community. We're an online community. We have events online or physical, and you can come to visit, but we're not one of those conscious communities. We support communities around the world with our resources, our technology, etc., but we're not a community.
Okay. And then here's one. Bruce asked this question. Is this presentation going to be available after? And the great question is, or the great answer to this question is, I love using the StreamYard technology because you can see I've been doing this switching and trying to make it interactive like I'm a TV producer. But the minute this is over, it'll take 15 minutes for the video to render. And the same link that you use to register will be the replay link. And of course, we'll be emailing that out to everyone who registered, but we want you to share it. We want you to cut it up. We want you to clip it. Do anything you want with it to help to promote what we're doing, because that's what it's all about. All right. Any other questions or comments from the guests? Anybody?
There was a good question from Holly. Are the space domes meant for personal residences as well? Yes, you can have a single dome or you can connect the dome. So some of the images we're showing are like of high-end residences where it could be a larger dome, which is 1,000 up to 1,200 square feet. And then the smaller ones, the 400 to 600 square feet, would be the bedrooms or the amenity spaces. And we are actually living proof that it works, because one of the properties that we're inviting you to, we call it Future HQ in the Catskills, is a dome home from the 80s that is connected. So it does work. It gives you the downloads and it's great.
Okay, here's another question along those lines. Is the Catskills a place where you can go to rest and stay without having to buy a dome?
Short answer is yes. That's where we have our gatherings and events. And I think I answered, like somebody was asking if we all live there, and I answered that only Khalil and his partner Karen are there. They're the hosts. So you're invited to come and visit. And yes, as a futurist, absolutely, you can join us.
And by the way, Kahil, we are very jealous of that.
Yeah, we'll love to have you up sometimes. It was great having Tanya and her crew up there just last week. It was just, we've got great weather this time of year too.
Is there room for hands-on healing or only vibrational? I think that was a question for maybe Steve and his beds. I'm guessing. And I don't know how to answer that question. I think it's just a bed you lay on, you put the headset on, and he's got the special music and special vibration that he's designed over the 26 years of his career. And the testimonies are incredible, are really incredible. Okay. Ty says, to what extent will AI be used, and is there or will there be foundational cap that is monitored to assure human control?
I'll
That's
let
a good
Khalil
one.
think about it, but I can say what Khalil told me a few years ago, as he or Tanya wants to comment. He said, you know, we're never going to replace the human beings. We're the puppeteers of the AI. But what do you want to say, Natanya?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you or anything. I was just on that. A big reason that, you know, Mayan and I friendship is expanding into this is that I come from, you know, AI and ethics whistleblowing and saying that AI is our friend, partner, but we need to make sure we still have the human soul, the human condition. And so, you know, part of the way our network is looking to to collaborate too is that is a very big real concern, right? How autonomous do we want to be? I don't know. I don't know how. Taking a breath. So there's a lot of there are a lot of protocols that we're bringing from our worlds into these worlds, and Khalil has in the structure right now that absolutely makes sure that there's a balance in the healthcare space, human in the loop, you know, whether there's a decision to operate on someone or see a patient or provide care. It's the same for, are you going to control how the temperature is or the doors? I think a lot of us think about open the pod bay doors, Hal. So that's fair. But it's definitely AI with a soul is sort of the mantra underneath.
No, I love that.
That helps,
I think,
but I mean, yeah, we worry about that too. So it's a big part of what we're trying to work to make sure we.
Yeah, no, and together we all have to figure out that as some of the leaders in this stuff, and how we can do that. And I think that's the other thing of Mayan's vision of these different properties. You know, he's got the property in Dominican Republic. He's got the properties in, you know, the Catskills. And the more as we expand properties and we have properties, we can get together to show off the healing homes, to show off the healing modalities, to talk about the things we can put in our homes so our homes aren't as poisonous as they are, is, I think, just critical. And one of the reasons I was attracted to Mayan in the first place is my wife was diagnosed with cancer a few years ago. And for the first time in my life, I'm 64 years old. I'm concerned about health, and I'm thinking about health where I never was, because I've been very blessed with health. So I'm very grateful to be a part of this. So Christine says, I'm a Vibe owner. Some practitioners do use them combined with massage and body work. Lori. Okay, there you go. And again, Holly asked the question again, how much do the domes cost? And they're starting right around 100,000, depending on how many you get and how you connect them. And can we do Future HQ for a visit? Yes. And you know something else I don't know that I've heard you say that. What if I have my own mastermind and I'd like to have my mastermind at Big Hollow Green or at the DR? Could I rent as a futurist and come to you, Mayan, and go, hey, I want to have an event at your property? Is that something that's a possibility? Putting you on the spot there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course.
Very cool. Okay, and I do want to welcome, if you guys if you guys are going to join the network, let us know that you're going to join. Just put I'm in. Like, let me know I'm in. I see George is in. So thank you, George, for joining us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you joining. And let us know if you're in. Let us know if you're in. If you're not in, I'd like to know why you're not. What would keep you from joining with this opportunity to become part of the Futurist Network? And then I don't see any more questions come in, so we'll give it a kind of last call for questions, and then we'll wrap things up. Jeremy says he's joined. He's in. Appreciate you, Jeremy. Yep, I see Jeremy's in there. He's already been in there. Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy, he signed up a week ago, so he's one of the early adopters. And we already have, Kahil, how many do we have in there? I want to say we had over 130 or 140 or something like that.
Yeah, altogether there's over 200 right now. We've gotten a lot this week. So cool. The community's really growing.
So we are capping this at 1,000 members at this special, Founders Futurist membership. If you're on your computer and you want to take a screenshot of that QR code, it'll take you to the order page. Otherwise, just go to the futuristnetwork.com/join and join. And let's answer some more questions. Oh, Lori was meaning hands-on healing in the Catskills.
Yeah, we have our selection of practitioners that we can call on to when we do incubators and events here. So the answer is yes. That's part of our network, is having wellness people that are going to work on us while we are working on our businesses.
All right, very cool. How are the children considered in these projects? That's a good question, because you guys have done some cool stuff for the kids.
I can share something. One, between Khalil and I, we have 9 kids so far, and counting. I don't know.
And five more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I have 5, so I have 5.
We're a tribe. We're prioritizing parents, all of us, and I mean, I was going to share this earlier. Whoever's still listening, so I'm here in the DR because this was a big download to turn this place into something called Nations of the World, where we're actually making all the nations of the world on the land using rocks from the land, and it's a physical digital experience, and this is all for families. It's educational. It's like a huge Monopoly game. You come in with your device. It's all a big AR experience, and it's open source. Like we're starting it, but I'm inviting anyone who wants to join and who wants to contribute with ideas. It's all about the kids.
All right. Can Natanya?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, can Natanya talk about her work at NSN and how that connects to the ideas and tech we're collaborating with?
Okay, that's like when you have the auction and the guy's making the price go up inside for you. We have a bunch of things where we ultimately make sure that some of the things that we all create together are available to those who can't necessarily afford them. So we do a lot of work in nonprofits. So the other thing is the technology that we're doing, at least in our partnership with Mayan and Khalil, we're trying to expand so that we have multiple environments so that there's access for all. And so, yeah, you can read up about what we do. Go to our website too. I don't want to promote anything here, just to say that we're in alignment with this is the way we'd like our children and our grandchildren to be able to live. We think that we can put a lot of awareness into how we eat, live, and think and behave together. And that can ultimately enhance how all of us, thrive and survive.
Very cool. All right. Thank you. And there's another I'm in. We appreciate that. Appreciate you very much. All right, I think that's the last question coming in. So let me say, I want to say thank you, all of the guests and Mayan, for allowing me to participate and be your master of ceremonies. I hope I did a good job. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope you guys leave here excited to tell somebody about this and send them this replay link and be a part of everything that we're doing. And Lee, I can't wait to get deeper with you and meet you as well, Natanya. And so I always end every time I do something with this. Do what I do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude. Tell somebody you love them and you'll have a better day. So I'm signing off. I'll let Mayan wrap it up and then we'll go from there. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, everyone.
Those are the miracles and the downloads. I really appreciate everything, and welcome to the future.